Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Now today is a big day. The Evo's actually being recommissioned, or the start of it. When I bought the Celica GT4 project, I actually parked it in front of the Evo to block the Evo in, because I knew that when I want to drive the Evo, whatever, do stuff with the Evo, I can't, because I have to finish the Celica to get it out. And it's worked. It's really motivated me, especially during the later stages of this Celica project, to actually keep pushing and get it done. So there will be an update video on the Celica, either before or after this, but there's one being filmed. So the Evo now, I've owned it for a year, and I spent 5 months of that stuck in the back of the garage on axle stands. So it has not been used for quite a long time now. So it's looking a bit scruffy, a bit mouldy. So I thought we could recap on a year's worth of ownership, and then I could sort of refresh your memory really on how far the Evo has come in the past 12 months, how far the channel's come, and also the location I'm in. And then we could sort of talk about my plans with the Evo and what I want to do moving forward. So without further ado, let's turn the camera around and take a look at the car. So here is the Evo, and partly why I've not worked on it, not spent any money on it, was because I built it up in my mind that it was a nail and I should just start from scratch with a nice car, a nicer example. But I don't really know what was going through my head, because now I've pulled it out and I put the wheels on, driven it out here. It's actually looking really, really nice, and it is dirty. There's a lot of dust around it, because like I said, it has been stood still, not even started for 6 months, or 5 months probably. So yeah, I've got a lot planned for this car. I've bought quite a few parts as well. They're actually on their way, and I've also got a few here. So just taking a look around it, what has actually happened on this channel in the past year. Well, a year ago I didn't have the garage. The garage was semi sort of constructed, and yeah, the Evo was out in the elements. It was boggy, it was muddy, it wasn't finished, and it was raining, it was winter, and I think I was, to be honest, probably a bit depressed as well, because it was seemed a bit overwhelming. But we managed to get to the end of it. So we pushed through in the winter, managed to finish the garage, get a roof on it, and yeah, the garage has been dry as a bone, no leaks, no movement, no cracks. So really happy with how that's gone. You know, pretty proud of myself as well, considering we're not builders. I wouldn't build a house anytime soon, but you know, for such a mammoth project, I think it's not a bad attempt. Another thing we've done in the past year, as I'm sure you know, is this Celica. Now, I would have probably uploaded by now a dedicated video updating you on my progress so far. So I won't go too much into detail in this video, because you can watch the other video. But yeah, made massive progress and starting to look like a car again. And when a car's on axle stands with the bonnet open, pieces everywhere, bits pulled out of it, they sort of don't really look very appealing. But now it's on 4 wheels again. Flipping heck, it's a good looking car. And I'm looking forward to progressing it and further restoring it. My intentions are, when I bought this car, my intentions were to buy it, fix it and sell it. Simple as that. But now I've owned it for a long time, 5-6 months. It's really grown on me, grown on members of my family. My friends like it. And, you know, we're all rooting for it to see it be fixed. So I'm thinking of actually keeping this car long term, permanently, you know, and just really looking after it. Not necessarily turning the boost up, you know, ragging it on track, getting it to 400 horsepower so that the pistons are borderline cracking in half, you know. Just, you know, standard power, look after it, keep it well serviced, keep on top of it, and just use it on a summer's day. I got a little baby boy on the way in a couple of months, and also the wife as well. So, you know, I'm sure they'd enjoy going out to shows in this, and I'm sure the people at shows would like to see it because it's quite a rare car these days. So that's sort of my plan at the moment with the Celica moving forward. And just because it's parked at the garage, don't worry about that. I'm not going to be forgetting about it. It's not going to be just left there now to rot. I'm just waiting on parts to come from Paul at TCB. There's a few reasons why I'm a little delayed on ordering those parts, but like I said, I explained that in the other video, and I'll update you further in that video. So I think that'll be before this one when it goes up. So just check out the video before this video. So yeah, that's just a little recap. We've come quite a long way in the past year. Now this Evo, just looking at it now, the AYC pump, that was a big job for me. Financially daunting at first, but thanks to Evolution Hydraulics, they made it possible with their kit. And also they did support me with that little kit as well, so that I could, you know, get to it and rebuild this pump. And it's actually, after 6 months standing in the garage, first start of the key, works perfect. No AYC lights, nothing. So still going strong, that pump. Now 6 months without starting, it's taking its toll. There's mold everywhere. It does come off with a wipe, but yeah, that's gonna have to be cleaned. And it's the same in the back really. But yeah, looking at the car, I'm quite surprised of how nice it actually is. I don't know if it's me as a person, but I sort of like get this thing in my head that like my car's absolute nails and I just need to sell it and start with a clean slate all the time, you know. And ooh, look at that. But yeah, I just get into my head that they're nails and I should just start from scratch. But you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? So sticking with this car, and we're gonna make it something special. Now then, what are my plans with this car? If my Celica is going to be the sort of summer joyride car, you know, not really for thrashing, just going out to car shows in, what's this going to be? Well, the complete opposite. It's going to be a dedicated track car now. We're going to build it to be an absolute monster. Now, I've spent quite a bit of money and I got a lot of parts being made to my specification and also just being supplied. So they're on the way. But one thing I'll show you for now, which I will be doing in the next video on this Evo, is, well, I'll show you the part in a minute. So the first thing we're going to be doing on this car is getting those wheels sorted out. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be setting off to a wheel company, and they're going to be dipping them, powder coating them, sandblasting them, whatever they got to do. They're going to look like brand new wheels. And the tires I'm fitting, a full set of brand new ADU8R Yokohama tires. So these are Treadwear 200, and they're pretty much the most aggressively grippy tire you can use on the road. It's not going to just wear out within a couple of thousand miles. So I think the life expectancy on these is about 6,000 to 8,000 miles, but I'm not dailying it. So They're the perfect tyre to sort of drive to the track day, do a track day and drive back, which is really what I want. I don't really want to be swapping wheels over when I get there. Going for something like R888s might give me a second a lap, but they wear out 3 times as quick, and I'd have to swap tyres when I actually get there. Now then, a couple more things I'd like to talk about in this video. A name. We should name this car. What's it going to be called? Now, a lot of cars that are famous on YouTube, they have names. Think of Leroy. We got Toast. You know, all these famous cars on YouTube, people know them, they've got a name. Now, I want to take this car to the next level. I want to build it. It's going to be, you know, awesome. It's going to be crazy awesome. So, what are we going to call it? I've got a couple of names in mind, but I would actually, you know, I will pick a name if you want to suggest one in the comments and it's good, and I guess a lot of likes, I will pick that name, and that will be the name of the project going forward. Now, as you know, I've got a friend, his name's Sparkplug Steve, he's a YouTuber, so I thought a good name for this car would be Steve-O, because then we could go to the track and we could do Steve-O versus Steve. So that's just an idea I've got, but you know, let me know what you think. Steve-O the Evo or something else, you let me know. Now then, one other part I'm going to show you in this video is in the back of the garage. Excuse me, is in the back of the garage. So let's go and have a look at it. It's been here for quite some time, but it could in the future be the best thing to ever happen to this Evo. There we go. Doesn't look like much, does it? But it's actually a Darton sleeved Evo 10 block. It was built by Indigo GT a long time ago, and it was actually running, I believe, over 700 horsepower. So this engine is a serious piece of kit and could, well, this block rather, and could make insane power. You know, we're talking like 1,000 horsepower this block could hold with the right internals. I do have Cosworth pistons, rods, and a crankshaft. They're actually in that box, sealed up and wrapped up. I haven't really inspected them. I don't know if the pistons can be reused. I think I should probably replace them. But yeah, that is something that could make my Evo very powerful in the future. So take the tyre in, but yeah, rambling a bit, but really excited. Big plans for that Evo, and it's all going to be happening pretty soon. And also, what names do you want me to call it? I've given you my idea, but I would love to hear yours in the comments. Cheers, guys.